Hi, everyone. This is Mrs. Pearson, your elementary ELL teacher. Today, you're going to write 3 detailed sentences that support the main idea of the text, A Tree is a Plant. And this is from First Grade Journeys, Lesson 24. So for this lesson, you will need a piece of paper and a pencil because at the end of our review, you're going to challenge yourself and you're going to do some hamburger writing. No, you're not going to actually write about hamburgers, but a hamburger helps show how you can write a paragraph. So you start out with green. Green means go. I'm going to tell you your topic or main idea sentence. And then we're going to slow down. Yellow means slow down. And you're going to say and then write your first detail or fact one sentence. Then you're going to slow down again and say your second detail or fact two sentence. Then you're going to slow down again and write your third and then write your third detail or fact three sentence. And then we're going to go back, green means go back, and restate the main idea and in your conclusion. So here's our learning target. I can say the main topic and write key details of the text, A Tree is a Plant, using complete sentences. Success criteria. That means how will you know you're successful at saying the main topic and writing key details of the text, A Tree is a Plant? Well, here are your steps to success. I will, number 1, say the author's purpose of the passage. Remember, it's as easy as pie, P-I-E. The author wrote the text to either persuade, inform, or entertain. Number 2, I will say what the text is mostly about, and that's the main topic or main idea. And then number 3, I will say what the author wants us to learn, and that's related to the main idea. And number 4, I will say and write 3 important details that support the main idea. And number 5, I will check my writing using my writing checklist. So, A Tree is a Plant is nonfiction. What does that mean? Nonfiction books teach us information and facts. Nonfiction is real. It has text features, photographs. Real topics might be holidays, animals, and sports. Why did the author write the text, A Tree is a Plant? It's as easy as pie or P-I-E. The author wrote the text to either persuade means to convince the reader of a certain point of view, inform means to teach or give information to the reader, or entertain. Entertain means to hold the attention of the reader through enjoyment. Main idea. What does main idea mean? The main idea is what a text is mostly about. And how do we find the main idea? Well, you can look for these clues. Look at the title and pictures. Sometimes the main idea is in the first and last sentence. And you look for clue words repeated over and over. So let's retell out loud the text, A Tree is a Plant. So the author wrote the text to either persuade, inform, or entertain the reader. Why did the author write A Tree is a Plant? The author wrote the text to inform the reader. It is mostly about what's the main idea of A Tree is a Plant? It's mostly about, it's mostly about the life of an apple tree. It's mostly about the life of an apple tree. Here are 4 details or facts that support that main idea, the life of an apple tree. So, we're going to say this out loud. What do you notice in the first detail? First, There are many kinds of, first, there are many kinds of, well, first, there are many kinds of trees. One kind is an apple tree. It grows in the country. Second, what do you notice about this detail or this picture? Second, once the sun warms the earth, what happens? Well, second, once the sun warms the earth, a seed begins to grow. After many years, it becomes a tall tree with pink apple blossoms. In fact, it takes 7 years for a tree to grow tall enough for you to stand under the tree's branches. Third, where are the roots? Third, a tree's roots are, well, third, a tree's roots are deep in the ground or earth. The roots take water from the ground to the trunk and then all the way up to the leaves. Fourth, what is your favorite season went to see an apple tree? Fourth, well, fourth, the apple tree changes all year long. Do you like the tree when the earth warms in the spring or when the snow covers its leaves in the winter? In conclusion, the author wants us to learn about, what does the author want us to learn about? It's related to our main idea. The author wants us to learn about the life cycle of apple trees. The life cycle of apple trees. All right, it's the end of our review. It's time to challenge yourself. You will need your piece of paper and a pencil. And you're going to answer this question. What did you learn about the text, the main idea, and important details? So I'm going to give you the main idea, and you're going to write 3 important details about that support the main idea. So I learned that the text is mostly about, what is the main idea of the text? A tree is a plant. I learned the text is mostly about, I learned the text is mostly about the life of an apple tree. Then you're going to write first, then second, and third, you're going to write 3 important details that support that main idea. In conclusion, the author wants us to learn about the life cycle of apple trees. All right, let's review. I want you to remember to say each sentence out loud before you write it. And we're going to use this writing checklist to help us as well. My writing checklist, you're going to use finger spaces between your words when you write. Make sure you use punctuation like periods at the end of each of your 3 sentences. Make sure you use uppercase or capital letters at the beginning of each sentence. Sound out unknown words, write the sounds you hear. And my favorite, reread each of my sentences to make sure that they make sense and that you didn't add too many words or make sure you didn't leave out an important word. So think about that as you are writing each of your sentences. Now it's time for you to write. What did you learn about the text? I'm going to tell you the main idea. I learned the text is mostly about the life of an apple tree. I'm giving you the main idea sentence. You get to write 3 detail sentences that support the main idea. I learned the text is mostly about the life of an apple tree. First, Look closely at the picture. First, one kind of tree is. First, one kind of tree is. So say your sentence out loud, push pause, and then write your sentence. And when you're finished writing your first yellow sentence, push play. Second, what's your second important detail that supports the main idea? That the text is mostly about the life of an apple tree. So second, a seed grows. Second, a seed grows. Say your sentence out loud. Push pause, write your second sentence, and when you're finished, push play. Third, a tree's roots grow. Third, a tree's roots grow. Say your sentence out loud. Push pause, write your sentence, and when you're ready to join me, push play. So, in conclusion, the author wants us to learn about the life cycle of apple trees. All right, I want you to check your work. You've written 3 sentences. Now I want you to check your work with our writing checklist. Did you use finger spaces between each of your words? So make sure you check all 3 of your sentences. Did you use punctuation? Did you put a period at the end of each of your sentences? Did you use uppercase letters at the beginning of each of your 3 sentences? And when you came to a word you didn't know how to spell, did you sound out unknown words and write those sounds? And be sure, my favorite is to go back and reread each of your 3 sentences. Make sure they make sense. And if they don't, make sure you add or take away words so that your sentences make sense. All right, at the top of your paper, I want you to reflect on your learning. How well did you hit the learning target? I can say the main topic and write key details of the text. A tree is a plant using complete sentences. Would you give yourself a 4? I could teach this lesson. I easily wrote 3 detailed sentences. I also used my writing checklist for all my sentences. Or would you give yourself a 3? I understood this lesson completely. I wrote 2 to 3 detailed sentences. I also used my writing checklist for most of my sentences. Or would you give yourself a 2? I understood some of the lesson. I wrote 1 to 2 detailed sentences and I used my writing checklist for some of my sentences? Or would you give yourself a 1? I did not understand this lesson and I did not write any detailed sentences and I did not use my writing checklist. So I want you to write your reflection at the top of your page, 4, 3, 2, or 1. And now you can look at my example. What did you learn about the text, the main idea, and important details? I learned the text is mostly about the life of an apple tree. That's our main idea. First, one kind of tree is the apple tree. It grows in the country. Second, a seed grows in the warm earth and grows into a tall tree with pink apple blossoms. Third, a tree's roots grow deep in the earth and roots take water from the ground. Third, a tree's roots grow deep in the earth. The roots take water from the ground. In conclusion, the author wants us to learn about the life cycle of apple trees. All right, everyone, thank you for writing with me and reviewing A Tree is a Plant. Have a great day.